wrist, which is one of my favorite things to do to pants, especially since I'm like a skinnier guy. A lot of pants don't fit me right on the legs. They're usually a little too baggy. With the Dickies coveralls, they have a pretty good fit. The legs are just a little too wide for me, so I tend to taper most of them. So what you would normally do to taper legs is you would take the pant leg, lay it flat like that, and then either from the outseam or the inseam, whatever you want to do, you would, measure out how much you want off at the bottom, and then just do like a straight line up, and then that's how you would taper it. The only reason I don't like doing that is just because sometimes it tends to skew the leg over, so it'll make the leg kind of like crooked. So when you're walking, it'll like kind of move over, and it'll just make the pant leg look a little funny. So by no means am I like original in doing this, but one day I was just messing around with a pair of pants I had and decided to taper them from the very back. So all you have to do is, with any pants, I'm using a Dickies coverall here, is lay the garment flat on the side seams. So what I mean by that is normally you would lay it flat like this, but you're just gonna like pretty much pinch it in the middle and then lay it flat on the side like that. Alright, and then all you have to do now is just figure out how much you want taken off at the bottom. So I have this longer ruler here. So I think I just measured over an inch to take off. So whenever you take an inch off and you have the pant folded in half, you're gonna end up taking 2 inches off the entire garment. So all you have to do is just pretty much follow a straight line all the way up until it goes into 0. So I did this right below the pocket. Do now is just pretty much lay the ruler right on the edge of the fabric there. That way it'll end up like at a 0 point there. And then I'm just eyeballing it, so I'm trying to like measure how long it'll reach to that line there. So maybe do a little bit more like that. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, now we're gonna just draw our chalk line here, and I'm just using a piece of chalk here to make all my marks, and this will wash in the washer, wash off in the washer. And just to make sure it doesn't move on us whenever I move it over to the sewing machine, I'm gonna do a couple of pins just to make sure it's nice and secure. We're not gonna do too many, just 3, just 1 at the bottom, 1 in the middle. And whenever you're lifting up your fabric to, move it, don't like pick it up like that and just pin it, because you're gonna move your line around. So just make sure you're like picking it up under and then pinching the fabric and then pinning it. That way it doesn't like skew your line or anything. All right, and then one up here, just to secure it. All right. Take it over to the sewing machine. I'm actually gonna move my stitch line down because I didn't like the way it looked before. So we'll do 3. All right, and like I said before, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can definitely do this with just a needle and some thread. And sew it by hand. It's pretty easy to do. All right. We're just gonna sew a straight line, so it's nothing too difficult. We're gonna do front stitch and then a back stitch just to secure it. And just sew all the way through and pull your pins out as you're sewing, just to make sure you don't break your sewing needle. Pretty good so far. And we're pretty much almost sewing like right on the edge of the fabric. And then just finish right below the pocket, that way you don't accidentally punch the pocket up. Just gonna cut that out and then take a look at our final product here. Show you the full length here. So this is what it looks like now. Just a little slimmer than it did before, not so baggy. And then this is what it'll look a lot better once it's pressed and laying flat, but you'll have that seam in the back, which I personally like. I actually did it on these pair of jeans here. And over time, it'll just start kind of wearing down and it'll just give it like a nicer look. But yeah, you can go as far as even doing like a little top stitch here to add more to it. But yeah, that's the final product there. So pretty simple tutorial on how to taper some jeans or your A74s, all your Dickies products, or any product you may have.